Luxury has always been about more than just comfort. It's about how a car makes you feel, the materials you touch, the silence you experience, and the effortlessness of every movement. It's about arriving somewhere without feeling tired, without feeling stressed, and without even thinking about the journey itself. But now luxury is changing, because electric vehicles are redefining what refinement really means. No engine noise, no vibration, just smooth, instant power delivered in complete silence. And that creates a very different kind of experience. A quieter cabin, a calmer environment, and a new level of comfort that traditional engines simply can't replicate. But at the same time, it also raises an important question. Can an electric SUV truly deliver the same emotional connection that Mercedes-Benz has always been known for? Or does this new technology change the formula entirely? And I'm Ava, and this is the 2027 Mercedes-Benz GLC EV. A fully electric luxury SUV designed to combine advanced technology, comfort, and performance into one seamless experience. But is this really the future of luxury, or just another step in the EV transition? Let's take a closer look. At first glance, the new GLC EV feels familiar, but clearly more refined and more intentional. The overall design language is smoother, more aerodynamic, and more modern, with fewer sharp edges and more flowing surfaces. This is not just a visual choice. It directly affects efficiency, which is critical for an electric SUV. The front end is clean and minimal, with a closed-off grille replacing the traditional intake design. This helps reduce drag while also giving the car a more futuristic identity. The lighting signature plays a major role here. Slim LED headlights, possibly connected by a light strip, create a wider and more premium appearance, especially at night. You can also notice how the front bumper integrates airflow channels more subtly, guiding air around the vehicle rather than simply pushing it through. Moving to the side profile, the proportions remain balanced, but the stance feels slightly lower and wider. This gives the car a more planted and confident look on the road. The roofline appears gently sloped, improving aerodynamic efficiency without sacrificing rear headroom. Flush or semi-flush door handles may also be present, further reducing air resistance while enhancing the clean design. Wheel designs are not just aesthetic either. They are likely optimized for airflow, reducing turbulence and contributing to overall efficiency. Larger wheels combined with tighter wheel arches give the vehicle a more premium and performance-oriented presence. The character lines along the body are more subtle now, creating a smoother surface that reflects light more cleanly, which enhances the perception of quality. At the rear, the design continues with a strong horizontal emphasis. The taillights are slim, wide, and possibly connected, reinforcing the width of the vehicle and giving it a modern, high-tech appearance. The rear bumper is clean and well-integrated, without unnecessary visual clutter, which fits the overall theme of simplicity and refinement. You may also notice a more sculpted tailgate design that improves airflow separation, helping reduce drag and increase stability at higher speeds. Overall, this is not a radical redesign. It's a precise refinement that makes the GLC EV look more efficient, more premium, and more aligned with the future of electric luxury. It feels like Mercedes didn't try to change the identity of the GLC, but instead elevated it to match the expectations of a new electric era. Inside, this is where the GLC EV really starts to separate itself. The entire cabin feels designed around a digital-first experience, but without losing the traditional Mercedes sense of luxury and comfort. The layout is clean, horizontal, and very driver-focused, creating a space that feels both modern and intuitive. You're likely getting a large central touchscreen, a fully digital instrument cluster, and an updated version of the MBUX system that is faster, smarter, and more responsive than before. The graphics are sharper, the animations feel smoother, and the overall interaction feels more natural. Voice control also plays a bigger role here, allowing you to control navigation, climate, and media without taking your hands off the wheel. Materials are a key part of the experience. Soft touch surfaces, premium trims, and carefully selected finishes create a cabin that feels upscale without being overly complicated. You may see a mix of leather, brushed metal, and high-quality plastics, all working together to create a balanced and refined environment. Ambient lighting is another highlight. It's not just decorative, it actively enhances the atmosphere of the cabin. Different colors and brightness levels can completely change how the interior feels, from calm and relaxing to more dynamic and energetic. Seating comfort is exactly what you would expect from a Mercedes. The seats are designed for long-distance comfort, offering strong support while remaining soft enough for daily driving. Features like heating, ventilation, and memory functions add to the overall convenience, especially in different weather conditions. Because this is a dedicated EV platform, space is used more efficiently. There is no traditional transmission tunnel, which means more legroom for both front and rear passengers. The cabin feels more open, more airy, and more spacious than you might expect from a vehicle in this segment. Storage solutions are also better integrated, making everyday usability easier. Technology goes beyond screens. Advanced driver assistance systems play a major role in the overall experience. Features like adaptive cruise control, lane keeping, and semi-autonomous driving capabilities make long journeys less tiring and city driving more manageable. Safety systems are also more advanced, using sensors and cameras to constantly monitor the surroundings. And perhaps the most important thing is how everything comes together. Nothing feels forced or overly complicated. The interface, the materials, the lighting, and the seating all work together to create a cabin that feels calm, controlled, and premium. This isn't just about adding more technology. It's about making that technology feel natural, seamless, and truly part of the driving experience. So, what's actually new here? First, the fully electric platform changes everything. It allows for better weight distribution, a lower center of gravity, and improved ride comfort. Second, there are clear improvements in software and user experience. The system feels faster, smarter, and more connected. Third, efficiency and range are expected to improve, thanks to better aerodynamics and battery technology. And finally, the overall refinement. Everything feels more polished, more mature, and more aligned with what a modern luxury EV should be. So, is it worth it? If you're looking for a luxury SUV that combines comfort, technology, and electric performance, this makes a very strong case. It's not trying to be the fastest or the most aggressive. Instead, it focuses on refinement, usability, and everyday comfort. And that's exactly where Mercedes has always been strong. But of course, it depends on what you value. If you want excitement and raw performance, there are other options. But if you want a quiet, smooth, and premium driving experience, this might be exactly what you're looking for. The 2027 GLC EV doesn't try to reinvent luxury. It simply adapts it for a new era. And that might be its biggest strength. I'm Ava, and I'll see you in the next one.